Hello and welcome to episode 7 of DealerPod, the podcast where we talk to motor trade industry experts nationwide to find out about their businesses and gain any insights that they may have to help you with your car sales operation. My name's Stephen, and as always, I'm joined today by Scott and Martin. And today's guest is the owner of multi-award winning Crompton Way Motors. I'd like to welcome to the podcast Mr. Paul Richards. How are you doing, Paul? You all right?
I'm good, guys. Thank you. Thanks for asking me on today.
Yeah, well, fantastic.
Very honoured. Very honoured.
Well,
So you
we've
should,
tried this before, haven't we? And
Yeah.
obviously, your internet connection let we're down a little bit.
We've had to fit broadband just for this.
I was going to say, I thought you were on dial-up. Do you remember those dial-up?
Yes, I
Right.
do.
Yeah.
you're saying your mum's on the phone.
I'm going to have to put the internet off because my mum's.
I'm not that old, Stephen. I'm not that old.
You're not that old. You could have fooled us, Paul.
Well,
So, Paul, can you? I think we'll start at the beginning. Really, can you just tell a little bit about yourself, what your business, and how that came to be, and how you started off in the motor industry?
yeah, well, I've been in the motor industry now 34 years. 34 years, 1990 I started.
Wow.
And,
I thought you weren't that old.
stop it. Yeah, that was back in the day, pedal days, controlled selling days. I was a hairdresser first, believe it or not.
Right.
But I didn't really like hairdressing, so I moved on. 34 years, started at Route 140 in Manchester. As I say, the pendle controlled selling, it was a lot different in them days. And just progressed from there, really. Enjoyed the job, and still enjoying the job, to be fair. I don't know why, but yeah, still enjoying the job. But yeah, 34 years, moved through different jobs, ended up as a brand manager, working for Volkswagen Audi. A lot of traveling, enjoyed the job again, but, just decided to go on my own, do my own thing locally, nearer to home, and just be in control of what I do, rather than just do what franchises want you to do, etc. So, yeah, so that's where it brings me to today. So I set this business up in 2007. So it's been 17 years now, at Crompton Way Motors. We've not really expanded. We've sort of, increased the stock, but, we've kept it small. Small is beautiful. And, we're here today, pushing forward and keep going.
And when you say you're not expanding, you've kept it small. What does that look like to you? Because small to some people might be, I've got 5 cars around us, and other people it might be, I've got 100.
Yeah.
What,
To me, small's like under 50. So keeping it under
yeah.
50, manageable. But, I've wanted to expand. Yeah. Maybe I've not had the balls to expand, but, I've kept it tight. When COVID came and all that, I thought, thank God for that, But yeah, at the moment in time, we are maybe looking at expanding shortly. We've just got something in the pipeline. But yeah, I think it's just manageable. I feel better manageable, right at the coalface.
Yeah.
So, because as I say, I've run franchises and, you've got your staff and stuff. And I'm very keen on offering good customer service, as you know. So I think it's important that they're, right in it, to offer that service. So, I say expansion's on the cards, but hopefully that'll be next year.
And what sort of volume you're doing then? Or what would you
We'll
normally
turn the
sell them at?
stock. Yeah, we'll sort of
Yeah.
turn the stock. Yeah, 12 times stock turn. Yeah, we'll turn the stock. And now it's a lot easier than it was when we set up. First of all, it was difficult. We didn't have any reputation, stuff like that. The site had a bad reputation. So
Right.
mainly why I've sort of built on customer service right from the start, good reviews and, just sorting customers out, keeping it simple. You know what I mean? Just making sure that, if there's a complaint, just sort it.
Mhm.
Sort it, attack it.
Do you find the complaints are getting worse nowadays than what they were maybe 17 years ago when you set up?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
Customers are so educated now, aren't they? So
Yeah.
I think if you do the basics right, you do present your car right, and you get, your MOT service and do everything sort of that you can. What else can you do? There's not nothing else you can do. It's if they want to reject a car or whatever, you just got to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame, but that's the way it is. It feels unfair, and customers are sort of using, the 14-day and all that, and first time fix. They're using that, but you just accept that, move on. It's not going to change.
No.
Paul, are you
Oh.
still doing deliveries as much as you were during the lockdown?
We are, yeah.
What would be, what's like your split? Are you doing like
We've got
50/50 or?
25% of them are delivered, and the reason they are is we've got good reviews, good reviews, and people are buying on that. People are buying on the reviews, and luckily, built them up and they say, yeah, a bad review, but it's just about how you respond to it. But yeah, the reviews are really important for your distance selling, but also getting the car right is dead important. You don't want to send the car down because it's not right, and I know we all try to get it right, but cars, yeah, pretty shit sometimes. Bad
Are
with
you
French.
using just the one platform for the reviews? Is there a certain way you target the reviews, or?
Yeah, we target the reviews, but we're just obviously using the FIFO. So we're using the FIFO
Yeah.
at the moment,
Right.
and the Auto Trader. Because at the moment in time, our advertising is mainly Auto Trader. But I'll come to that later. So building them reviews up on Auto Trader seems to be, the way. But they've changed that now, Auto Trader, where you can only look at the most recent and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just we request a review and we make sure we get on FIFO. We request the review and stuff. But I think, as I say, with it being a small business, you're in the office. You usually, they're up for giving us a good review. Because they usually have good customer service.
Do you cap a distance with your deliveries, or is it just anyway? How far would you go?
Yeah, anyway, yeah, we bought a truck in COVID. Got me truck in COVID, and we use that. I mean,
God,
got me truck in
goodness.
COVID. And yeah, that did well. The truck, that was the change in industry, wasn't it? It changed completely after COVID. But I say the distance selling stuff, we do a lot of Facebook, walk around videos and stuff like that. We make sure we point out that, that's got a scuff, that's not getting fixed, that will get fixed. Just make sure we're transparent. Well, transparency is important, and if you're hiding stuff, it's coming back. Usually the car's coming back. If you're lying or hiding stuff, it's coming back. So
So
you
on
can't
the
lie anymore, basically.
on the
Yeah.
Facebook videos, then you actually do walk around the car and point out, oh, it's got a scuff here, it's got a mark there, and that's not gonna.
Yeah,
We're not gonna
yeah.
do that, and people still
Well,
buy off that.
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
if this is one, why not? At the end of the day, why not tell them it's not a new car, it's a used car. But the difference is it'll be MOT with service, you'll get a 6-month warranty. We'll obviously try and upsell the warranty, but
I think when I was speaking to James Baggett about that, Stephen, last on the other podcast we did,
Yeah.
he mentioned he did he was quite brutal with the video what he was doing with
Yeah, he did,
customers.
didn't he?
Yeah, and he said it worked really well because then when you're you're delivering the cars or whatever, they turn up as described, I suppose.
yeah, because sometimes you want the sale, and now it's important you want the sale, but the aggravation they cause is not describing it right. It is really, it's a pain in the
Of
ass.
course.
What
You
about
know,
the cars?
try and get the car right beforehand. So, as I say, we've got a little prep center that we've set up, and we're sort of prepping them before they go on sale. We're trying to, but with the stock turn, it's difficult. But we're trying to get the wheels sort of done, the polishing done, the smart repairs done before they actually go on sale. And that gives us a better chance because if the car's done and we're happy with that, that's our standard. We can't go, if you don't, that's our customer. Can't do anything else. It's sad
What
that.
do you do? Paul, what do you do if a car develops a fault? Do you use like a network of garages, or do you just try and ring around?
Yeah, we've got on-to-guard warranties, and been with them a long, long time. And to be fair, everyone says warranties, they don't do it. To be fair, on-to-guard do. They do what they say on the tin. But you've got to again describe to the customer that it's not going to cover everything. It's not going to cover everything. Your wear and tear items are not covered, but they have an app that they download, so that can give you your local garage. So it's a VAT registered garage. If you're buying it in London, you've got your app. You put your postcode in, it tells you your nearest garages that'll do the repairs. But in most cases, when they go to garages, they don't want to know, do they? That's the problem. They don't want to do the warranty. So we will try and do the administration for it.
Oh, so you administer it yourself, do you?
Not all the times. No, not all the
Right.
times. We'll try and push you back onto the garage, but at the end of the day, if we've got to do that to get that problem sorted, we will do. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll administrate it.
We mentioned before, Paul, about Auto Trader. Do you and obviously the price markers? Do you try and run the business in accordance with those? Do you try and
I do and I don't. I think the price markers, I was a bit disappointed they came in on when they did come on because they're sort of running the business. But at the end of the day, if you look at it another way, which is Price markers are just a guide. It's a guide. I've got a great business and I'm really passionate about reviews. And I think that, if it's high price, it's high price. It's high price because we're great. We'll do
And
the
it
job.
doesn't. You don't think a high price mark affects this affects the inquiry level or
Yeah,
the sale?
You're probably keeping out of the hide, probably into fair. But I don't believe it does. I think if you've got a robust business that's got reviews behind it, it's got the personal touch and all the awards and stuff. I know the awards are a bit sort of vain, but they do add value. If you've got a story there about your customer experience and we won this, won that, won the other, it's great. And you just use it. You know what I mean? You just use them awards and, the story of us winning it sort of, a lot of the time. And
Can I ask you, Paul? On the awards,
yeah,
you've won like a shitload of awards, stacks of them. They're all over your forecourt and big signs and everything. You really market them. How many awards have you won since you've been going?
probably 9 Auto Trader. The first one was in 2017 with Digital Experience. And that was, as I say, it was like, but it's good. It's good. And, we're under 50, so it's a different market. We're in a different,
Yeah.
we've got different garages that we're competing against. I understand that, but it's not just a vanity thing. We do utilize it. So, it's quite good that we put that out there, we push it out there and, customers understand that, customer experience is important and you can buy with confidence. And so we utilize it,
I found up here in the Northeast, I mean, everybody's got their own method. I mean, we obviously put in for awards and we've won quite a lot of awards myself, but there's some dealers who don't bother with it. They say, oh, it's not my cup of tea, that I don't really, I don't bother with it, so it's, I don't know why people have different, opinions on it.
It depends on your approach, doesn't it, to what you want to do. I think some, some garages will probably think, it's been vanity and stuff like that, but it's a good night out. But you've also got to remember they do mystery shop. They mystery shop you. They do email mystery shop, and it's times you respond and stuff. So it is a good benchmark for you to see how your business is running.
Yeah. And what about the awards where you've been to, like Motor Trader, Car Dealer, and so on? How many times when you've won awards there? Because I've seen. I mean, that's where we met. How many times have you actually paid for a table and booked a table?
Do I have to lie or tell the truth?
You need to tell the truth because do you either get invited or do you book a table at 10?
Yeah, I mean, I try and obviously, I try and catch your seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
as you do, I do that.
as you do, you try and catch your seat, but again, you've got to put effort into to do that. It's not something that you've got to put a nomination in and stuff like that, and you have to actually be performing. It's not something because you put an application in and get a chair or a seat doesn't mean you win it. But and it's good.
In the Northeast, it sometimes said that you have to book a table to win an award, and we booked 2 tables which were booked at the Grosvenor, and it was very, very expensive, and we didn't win. That was the only 2 nights the 2 events we went to where we paid for a table and we didn't actually win. Every time we won awards, we've been a guest on somebody else's table.
So you have 3 tables usually. That's why you only had 2 tables that time.
It was 1 table one night, 1 table another night.
I think you can pick holes out of it all. It's one of them. If you want to, if your business philosophy is you want to get the awards and put them up there and push them to customers because you feel it adds
It's up to
value.
you then. Yeah, it's up
If
to
some
you.
people think no, it's a load of bollocks, and that's the way.
Yeah.
That's their opinion. But from the start, I've sort of pushed customer service and everything else, the reviews, and that's why we're selling a lot of distance cars, and we tend to take advantage of that, over other people. We actually deliver for nothing.
Really?
Yes. We're delivering for nothing, but it's based on the margins, based on the deal, you know what I mean? So, we deliver for nothing, but then we can sort of, pound the miles. It depends on the customer, depends on the deal, depends on the customer.
What's the furthest you've delivered for free?
Ireland.
Ireland, bloody hell.
It's a great island.
Oh, did you go did you? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, Ireland's probably the furthest. But at the end of the day, you can say, is that deal? Do we want that deal? But the margin's there. So, if the margin's there, we've got enough margin, then we'll deliver it. But, if not, we'll say, look, no, we can't do that one, Mr. Customer, because we've done so much preparation on it. It's but you need to pay £1 a mile. It just depends on the customer, and the deal in the car. If it's overage car, then it goes, doesn't it?
Mhm. Do you employ a driver then to normally do the deliveries, or do you
Yeah,
just
we
get
do.
that
We
done
bring a
after?
driver in. Yeah, he used to work for us. Yeah, he's got experience in that. But sometimes we'll send the salesman.
Really? Yeah.
More to make sure that he's not treacle mouth and he's not been lying and make sure he's done the honest video to the customer.
Right, got you.
So yeah, I mean, we'll send salesmen. Depends on how you are in the business, on holidays and stuff like that. But if
How
you're
many? How many?
confident enough, you shouldn't have a problem. You just send it out. As long as you've done and been honest with the description and you've not got a problem with the
Yeah.
car. And if you have a problem with the car, don't send it. Don't try and
No.
send the email right off and just get it away and just they'll come back to haunt you.
The biggest problem that we find though, Paul, we'll have a car and we're salesman might have took it home for the week and he's done 300 mile in the car and the car's split mint. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. Drives absolutely perfect. At this second that car gets sold and goes to the customer and the drive, we deliver it 200 miles
Yeah.
to the house.
Yeah.
There's a problem. A light comes on. You're like, how is that happened?
I know.
It,
I
it,
had a Porsche
you must
car.
get that. You must get that.
It was a hybrid battery. And you imagine we'd done 300-400 miles in it. And you imagine that came on. The guy was in London. And luckily it's covered under Porsche warranty, keep believing that.
Right.
That's under 100,000 miles. So that was a bit of a thank God for that. But yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? It's just where it is. You know what I mean? You can't. It's cars, unfortunately. Let's go back to the old days.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I'll
So
be up for that.
Paul, what else have you been up to lately then in the business? Have you been doing anything new or setting anything up? Or?
Yeah, I've just changed a little bit in respect to I'm working on a lot of bolt-on, ceramics and warranty. Massive focus on that. I think the margins are getting squeezed, with the flags and everything else, and cars are going in price up and down. And I find auto traders' prices are a little bit behind the times. So cap is, it's quite destructive on valuation sometimes compared to the market. I just think you've got to go with that. That car's right. I feel confident in the business, and that's where it is. Leaving you enough margin. Well, I've just sort of pushed on ceramics. So we've got a little prep center here. We do ceramics and pushing on warranties in the sales process. Getting the guys to believe in it and giving the right commission. If they've got decent commission in it and they believe in it, then it's working. It's working for us, so it's increased the margin. And we tell a story about our ceramic center, our smart repair center, and it takes half a day to prepare. And we've got a bonnet up in the office now. We've got half of it, ceramic. So so we're doing well with that. And the last quarter has really, really impacted on profit.
No,
Do you
that's
do
good,
service plans?
We don't, because we've not really got a service center. Really, they can't really rely on anyone else, to be honest.
Right.
And that's something I'm going to look at, because find a workshop to do the work is really difficult. Really, I don't know. You've got your own workshop, haven't you, Scott?
Yeah, we've got two. We've got one in the prep center and then one for the retail. But I just find when the more cars you sell, obviously the prep, you need more techs. We've got 12 mechanics. So they are either prepping cars, or they're doing retail cars, or they're doing comebacks when cars go wrong, and you've got to sort them out so they get swallowed up. I think if we try and sell 150 to 200 cars a month. You need two techs for comebacks. You probably need 5 just to prep your cars, and then you need a couple for warranty work as well.
So do you have a lot of comebacks then? What sort of?
Yeah.
What, is that because
Yeah,
is that because your prep's not enough, or I'm not being like?
No, we over prep the cars, and we've got all these different like checks. What's the MOT tester? He's got a separate check what he does in addition to an MOT. The buyer who buys the car and our transport drivers who collects the cars, they run the same check. Then the technician, he does the same check, so it kind of gets checked 3 times. Just to try and get rid of like silly faults, like the back window isn't working, or that door lock isn't working, or the cigarette lighter isn't working. Just silly little annoying things what used to catch us out. So we try and do all of those things. But the car, I think when you're doing volume, the more cars you sell, the more naturally you're going to get back. And you can put a car out that's been out for 2 months and then some faults, and it's just. But I think having like the support and the warranty systems in place where you can fix the cars, and we've got like 10 courtesy cars, get the customer into a car, so then they're happy, they're still mobile. We then fix the cars, but it's a hard one to battle every time. It's a battle keeping them.
I think that feeds into what I've sort of changed me. I'm spending more time buying the car, looking at the service history, looking at the MOT advisories previous. I'm doing a lot more than that.
Mhm.
I used to just, see my pants. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm taking my time doing that. And then I'm trying to do a 42-point check on the car when it arrives. So
Mhm.
I'll identify straight away, any issues that are there, so we can try and attack them early.
Mhm.
I mean, in the real world, we're turning 50 cars over, but the buying bit as well, getting the time to do that. I'm spending more time over here, buying better,
Mhm.
by profiling it, the 3Ps, price, presentation, profile. And that's what I'm doing, spending my time doing that now.
Mhm.
You've got to be away from the office to do that, because if you're in the office, you're in it.
Mhm.
That's adding value, that's adding margin, because we're getting better cars and not spending the time, doing a lot of work. So if this body work needs doing a lot of body work, then I'll sort of swerve it, not desperation buying. So I'm into main dealers buying, I know it's difficult now, so I'm not just using the one avenue. But that comes into the trade bit, which also I'm doing, as well as disposing of part exchanges, and trying to
Yeah.
take advantage of that. That's another profit opportunity, to increase profit as well. So that's where I'm at now, doing that, dispose of trade cars on platforms like yourselves. And, finding other avenues to advertise, because it's just Auto Trader, isn't it? So I'm looking at Google Adverts. Have you looked at that yet?
I looked into it. I was at Car Dealer Live earlier on this year, and one of the people from Google was there. He did like a
Yeah,
presentation.
I was
Oh yeah, you were there, weren't you? I didn't. He kind of just told you everything what you'd expect, but I'm not sure. I think it's just another cost, I suppose. I think it's not like you can reduce one package and then bring that one in.
Yeah.
Add to that one.
I think that's right. But I think on the Auto Trader one, I think the important thing is they are expensive. I won't say that. But if you take the time putting the right stuff in the Auto Trader,
Mhm.
and right, putting the options in. And I spend loads of time doing that, checking the options, checking the pictures and angles, and presentations massively important. And that's
Mhm.
the bit I'm at now. Back to basics, isn't it, really?
Mhm.
That is the bit that really, shows the difference between us and everyone else, maybe. The description, more detail on your pictures, if services to be explained.
Have we looked at market extension, Paul?
No.
Well, I've been looking into that, but it's like crazy expensive. But it's where the UK is split up into different areas, and then you can pick, say, Scotland and the northeast. What would be for us? It's like putting our showroom into like Glasgow. So if somebody searches within 50 miles of Glasgow, your car will appear in there.
But do you not think that's wrong? If someone says 50 miles where I want to search,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
I asked that. I said, well, how do the customers like that? Because they're looking for a car,
That's what the customer wants. At the end of the day,
that system.
it is expensive. But what I look at is that I should already, if a customer wants to search for a car within 50 miles, that's fine, no problem.
That's what should appear. Yeah.
What they probably
It's very expensive.
delivery, they might do delivery to dealers that are doing delivery, nationwide delivery, and hopefully I'll come in there. But no, I'm not going to spend any more money on that. What I want to try and do is look at other avenues. I mean, eBay's a tough one, isn't it? Car dealers, it's one of them. But it's how else Facebook Marketplace. They're the sort of things I'm looking at that I've never looked at before. But it's two things: concentrate mainly on your descriptions, your options, and everything else on Auto Trader. Pictures. I mean, videos are dead important, aren't they? What videos? I use it outside Crompton Way Motors because I think it's more personal and, it's full sort of turntable and, that's my opinion anyway. Plus, I don't want to spend the money for all that. So I'd rather just.
You just use the AI. Use the AI now. You don't need any of that.
Hey?
You can just use AI. You don't need any of that. You don't need the push turntable anymore.
Lost me. I'm 53, me,
I was lost as well. Stephen showed me something about it, and I was like, "Wow!" You just send your pictures down and it puts the car on the turntable.
Yeah, I mean that's it. But I want to keep it like outside Crompton Way Motors and a bit more personal, walking around with the video describing the car. I just think that personal touch is good. That's why our website's very sort of personal orientated. A lot of the staff, pictures of staff banners. If you look at our website,
I like that.
It's good that.
I was like the mobile numbers on the top that you can You know,
Yeah.
you're not frightened to heights.
Well, that's it. That's it. You know, it's amazing. If you're doing the job right, you shouldn't be frightened of putting your number up there. But
Do you
All
get
I
people
noticed
ringing the
when
mobiles? Sorry,
sorry,
Scott.
go on,
Do you
go
get
on.
do you get people ringing the mobiles more than the landlines? Or do you not really track it?
yeah, you're doing though. I mean, I've been there a long time, so you know when you talk to customers, you know, with customers for and we get a lot of repeat business. We do get, I'd say, 30% every month
That's
come back. So
good,
that's
isn't it?
good. I Paul, I want to talk to Paul. It's one of them. So I don't mind taking a phone call off Mr. Jones, and bought 9 cars off us because it's easy
Of
sale, isn't it?
course. Yeah, yeah.
Easy sale. So we do take advantage of that, but again, you've got to keep on top of that customer service, and it is getting harder. It is getting harder to do that.
Well, I noticed on your website you closed on a Sunday. Did you always close on a Sunday, or was that something you changed
No,
over the years?
no, we were open Sundays, but to be honest, I just thought, well, the guys need some time. I mean, I worked in the industry a long time, worked till 8 o'clock at night, 8 in the morning. I just thought family time, spend that time, recharging battery. But one person will take divert for the day. So he'll be at home on his laptop, ready to take, phone calls and stuff. The days of walking on forecourt, I think, have gone. You don't get people walking on that often.
So
Where
it
you can
didn't
wait.
didn't have an impact on sales or anything like that.
Not at all. No, not at all. It's
Right.
down. Depends on the salesman who's got the divert. But yeah, I mean, we can do 6 deals sometimes on a Sunday, but just be at home.
Mm.
It's how the industry's changed. It's all digital. It's all, £99 deposit, holding deposit, get that deposit. And then we'll do your video on the Monday with some customer walk round video. So, you can still do that, secure the sale, and then crack on with it on the Monday. But everything's got to be on the website, and so you can do finance proposals on the website, soft searches, so you've got to be always make sure that you've got everything available, and it's simple. I like simple things, mate, because I'm probably simple, but yeah, when it's difficult, it's tough. You switch off and walk away, don't you? So that's why I'm always trying to change our website, because I think it does work. It does work, our website. I think it's nice and
It looks good. Yeah, it looks
yeah.
good. You can
Yeah.
see that the personable, what you mentioned before, comes across when you've got all the pictures of the staff and things.
Yeah,
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 and especially when you've got like I was saying, the mobile numbers and the names next to the mobile. Obviously the sales lads' names.
yeah.
I think it's a bit
Mhm.
personal. Yeah,
If you
I
go
quite
to
like
their
it.
website now, if you go and click, they're all the same. They just do the same format, same thing. It takes time to build it to make it more personal, because sometimes you just all go with that. But they all look the same, very clinical.
We just changed our website, Paul, to Dragon 2000. We moved over to them
Right.
from Click Dealer, but we said to Dragon, obviously they could design a new website, and we said, no, can you just do a direct copy of what we've exactly got?
Yeah, yeah.
So they added some nice little tweaks to it, and it was a bit cleaner. But it was mainly the same one. You struggle to tell the pair apart because, like you just said, you
Yeah.
spend so much time adding things to it over the years. There's no need to rebuild the whole thing.
Yeah, no, but it's time, isn't it? We're just doing it for the good to trade, good to retail, and it's time to give you it, and you're busy, but you need to spend that time doing it. Just simplify it as much as you can, because we can't overcomplicate things, and as I say, with a lot of websites, they all seem the same, but you need to make sure that you can get reg number easy, mileage of the car, I want to know payment and a delivery deposit and part exchange value. People will do that at home now, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So they're the important parts, I think, now. And you're available to take that phone call, that's an important one.
What's your thoughts on electric cars? Have you stocked any? Have you had any Teslas or anything in stock?
Pardon? I don't know. It's coming, and I don't like it, but it's coming. I'll adapt.
What's the reservations though? What's your reservations for?
I think it's a complete different customer profile.
It is, yeah. I do agree.
And I think the way we are, you have to take a business and just relaunch a business completely for electric. You can't probably take our business and just adapt it overnight. It's just not something you can do, I don't think. I think you'd have to reset it up and relaunch it.
Like an electric branch.
Yeah. And that's
It's
probably
something.
I'm not going to say they all got colored jackets with patches on their arm. I'm not saying that, but they all educated on what they want, so you can't sort of go, all right, yeah, I'll do 20 miles and all that, and 200 miles, and you really know what you're doing. It's going to be presented right. So I do think, it's coming, but if it does, when I do decide, well, it's going to have to come because we can't carry on doing what we're doing, I'll just have to relaunch something completely new.
Funny, I'd said if you look at electric against combustion, the customers have done a lot more research into them.
Well,
Technology changes too quick. I think in it, technology is changing too quick, and the older ones are redundant a lot quicker.
Yeah, I think the electric cars, and I don't think it's there. I don't think it's nearly there, but I think probably 2027-ish, 26, 27 is where it's going to be like full on. I think we've still got time, to do what we're doing. But like you say, you can't blag mileage on electric, how many miles it's going to do. You can't do that. Not saying that we blag on normal cars, but we stretch the truth now and again. But I think you need to be absolutely on the button, with your presentation, your environment, because they'll be a different customer completely.
Yeah.
They're not very brand orientated neither, are they? So, it's a younger person. So it's a completely different approach. And I'm a bit of a dinosaur, to be fair. So it might have to be my son who does it. I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Similar to yours, I think a lot of it's the unknown. Is electric the future? I think it's coming. Will something else come? Whether it's hydrogen or some new fuel, probably. The prices and values from what they were at to what they are now, they're more inviting, I suppose. I mean, we've done a few Teslas, like 20-25 grand for like a 3-year-old Tesla, which was maybe 50 or 60,000. It's, they're quite good value, and they've still got the battery warranty. And I've been told that sometimes you can struggle for parts with them, but they use a lot of Mercedes parts, I was told. So I think you can get the part numbers to cross match against different brands if you're stuck getting support through Tesla. There's just one to mention, but I think we've got one of those little. I'm no good with cars, me. I forget all the names of them. Is it an ID or something? Is the VW ID?
Hold on, you're no good with cars.
I get mixed up with all the brands.
Blagged it all, is he blagged it?
Oh, it's just the
Yeah.
black. It's weird.
I know, I know Datsun Cherry and Nissan Bluebird.
I like that.
Escorts.
What do we have to
He's good at counting money, and he's good at getting angry and kicking cups over and get off
Cups
people.
over. We don't have a kick cup over.
We're not going for dinner again because it cost me work keep my fortune. But anyway, like, what on? Like,
We went for dinner at Novikov in Mayfair, and the tip was just under £200. That was just the tip, wasn't it? 20%.
Don't take me out with Scott again. It's too rich.
I had an Alaskan crab leg, and it was £110. And I said to Paul, I says, I think I might get that. He says, go on, just get it now.
You're paying.
Yeah,
I was doing out. Like,
Hold on, did Scott paid for a meal?
yeah.
I was gonna say.
No.
Gonna say he's been swizzing me for a while, like.
I took about 45 quid in a couple of lunch I was just thinking they'd get away with it.
I did warn you, I says, because me and Jane had booked it in advance. I says, where we're going, it's very expensive, mate. So I tipped you off.
Bastard.
Yes. What's what you're choosing off the menu?
He was good. He was good.
Yeah, but that service charge of like £200 when you think about it. I mean, we charge a preparation support fee for £199 when you buy a £30,000 car. When you think it's good value for money.
Admin fees. That admin fee.
No, it's preparation and support fee. It's not. It has nothing to do with admin. Do you do one of those, Pete?
I was gonna bring that up. I was supposed to about that the other day. I don't know how you get away with it personally. I know you can say
Get away with it.
Yeah.
Get away with it.
Not weak. Maybe I'm weak. I don't know. We're pushing ceramics and warranties, and then we go, right, can we have 199 quid just because we want it?
Our customers love it. We'll get 100% conversion, and it works a treat. It's just for the journey ahead when you bought your car, and our
For the journey ahead.
customer retention. We've got people on the 5th and 6th cars.
I'm not buying a car that it's got names behind it. Okay.
I tell you something, Paul, it's so good. There's 4 or 5 dealers in the Northeast who just started introducing it since I've been doing mine for about 9 years. And I told them, I said, you should introduce that. It'll work for you. And no, couldn't do that. And I've just noticed on their websites now they're all charging it. So happy days.
It's down to your strength of your salesman as well, shouldn't it?
No, the salesman, it's not like a sell. It's part of the service. It's getting back to the restaurant. It's like going into a restaurant and on the bottom that says 20% service charge. And that's it.
Yeah.
Anywhere in London, you sit at Harvey Nicks at the bar, they charge you service for opening your bottle of beer if you sit at the bar. It's exactly the same.
But surely people aren't used to it though. So like your salesman must have but your salesman must have to sell it to some people. They've got to.
When we're paying
In the hospitality industry, everybody's used to tipping, and that was my point from the start. If everybody in the motor trade charged a fee, it would become normal, and everybody would just pay the fee.
But everyone would just pay more money for cars then.
God,
Put the price of cars up.
No, we don't. We don't. It's a separate. Ours is like a package, and you get loads of benefits from it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Where you actually
free hotel night stays, courtesy cars. It's endless. All the products what you get, which is all free.
All the stuff that you get.
Has it?
No.
Selling a car. Do you think that has a negative effect at all? Do you believe that or not believe that?
That it has a negative.
So, yeah. Do you not?
Because the answer, we have 100% conversion where everybody takes it, but customers can opt out of it if they don't want to pay it. So if somebody said to us, "I don't want to pay that $199 fee. I'm against it," we say no problem. It's in the print with the description of the whole thing, so you can opt out. So it's not classed as an admin fee. So customers don't want to pay, they don't want to pay it. But they look at it and they think, well, I'm getting a warranty, I'm getting courtesy cars, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. But $199, is that all? You should be charging us more.
Yeah. When's it introduced that then? When's the $199? Is it in the price of the vehicle? How was that introduced in the sale then?
It's all over the website. It's next to every car. We promote that more than a warranty, a service plan, a polish.
Yeah.
We get that. That's our headline. That. And the other thing is as well, because we've got the big list with everything what it includes, it's when you charge somebody money for something, they tend to read it rather than just looking at an advert or a banner on your website where you flick past and you don't need to take much attention to. If you're actually paying for something, you'll actually read it. So then when you read it, you go, oh yeah, that's good. And this is how you service a car. And we do this. We do all the recalls. We do no advisories on the MOTs. So it becomes a little bit of an advert.
So the price, say your price in the car is 10 grand.
Yeah.
How does it come into the sales? So if I'm looking at a car on your website, 10 grand.
It says next to it, at £10,000 plus $199 preparation and support fee.
Right. Okay.
Of which again, if people don't want to pay, they don't have to.
And you can opt out. Yeah. Well, that's the difference. That's the bit I didn't understand. So you can opt out. So the customer say, I'm not paying that. No, I'm not paying. Right. I understand that. Yeah. So do you have to?
But then
on advertisements, you don't say plus admin fee. Remember the old trader was saying.
Well, it's not ours. Ours isn't an admin fee, but the fact they can opt out of it, you don't have to have it in that category.
Right,
but then when people read it, they'll think, oh well, I'm getting that, and that.
But it's got value.
It's got value, so I'll have it. That's why it happened. But we've done it for like 9 years now, and we do well. We sell lots and lots of cars, so it hasn't had an impact on business. I mean, there's dealers out there who will put in their headline as the USP. They'll put on no admin fees. Right now at 9 o'clock in the morning, I would like to know when this video goes out, if there's a facility where dealers can comment. Do you have a queue outside your showroom at 9 o'clock in the morning with people who've turned up to buy a car from you because you put an advert out there saying you don't charge admin fees? Or just sell any more cars because people come and say, well, I came to buy your Ford Focus because I noticed you don't charge admin fees.
Yeah, well, that's not fair. I mean, it starts with the car and they'll come to you because of the car. They'll come to you, because again, reviews, customer service and stuff like that. And I think by the time you get to that point, they probably own it anyway. They don't own it. They're halfway buying it. So I think you just have confidence in it. It's like you say, are you confident in the banners on Auto Trader? If he says fair price and you're not number 5th or whatever, so what? So
with our fee, Paul, we're so confident. There's a big thing in the middle of it, which it says if you can find the same car like for like which is being prepared to the same standard,
Yeah.
we'll waiver the fee and we'll give you £500 cash back. So if you can find the same car at a garage who's got a Bosch Car Service Centre who preps the cars as good as us, we'll give you 500 quid and we'll knock the fee off.
Have they got to have a Bosch car service then?
Yeah, the same preparation standards, yeah. We don't want Billy down the road with his arse over his pants.
So in other words, it's impossible to find.
No, there's
Listen,
there's lots of Bosch service centres, Stephen, in the area.
All right.
If it works for you, Scott, and I think the add-ons and the bolt sounds, I think I got from yourself, Will, when you were saying, what you do in your add-ons and stuff. And I just thought, well, we're not pushing it enough. And I think you were right. At the end of the day, that can make the difference between a break-even and a profitable year, can't it? In most cases. So, so the last quarter we're doing it, and we believe in it, and we never know, we might be doing admin fees or what they call
Service
preparation, service support.
To be honest with you, I'm sitting thinking there, obviously it is good what you do. I admire what you do, Scott. I think it's great. And I think it must make you a small fortune. We'll not get into it. But I'm thinking for Paul, if he's turning his stock, if he's got 50 cars in stock and he's doing 50 a month or 40 or 50 a month, and he charges a £200 preparation fee and he builds all those extras and what have you, it's 10 grand a month. Every month.
Well, there's an opt-out fee as well. So there's opt-out, which I never understood that. So the customer's really like, so out of the 50, if you get 10 that don't want to pay you, you've still got 40, haven't you? It's just chancing your arm.
There's VAT on the fee, so 200 you get left for 160.
It's believing in what you do. So you actually believe, and I can tell when you were saying this, look, you do the job, and it costs money to do the admin, it costs money to do that. So why not charge for it? Why not charge for it? Well, I'm probably a little bit away from that. I'm just believing in the ceramics and the warranty, pushing them now, getting the warranty to 50-60% penetration, ceramics 50 penetration. That might come for me, So things start believing what you're doing, not just selling the car,
The people I know, the dealers who are, friends with in the Northeast area who introduced it, they've never looked back. They've done they were a bit worried at the start. They thought, we'll make it problems here from customers, not liking it. But if there's value in there, that's fine. It's just when dealers charge an admin fee for nothing, I don't agree with that. But if you can create a support package, then it's good value. So then people go with it,
I'm laughing at you because you're seeing if they do it for nothing. And then hold on, will I see? So in your preparation fee, you get a daily price check. Do you not get a daily price check without the fee?
Do you know, could you say 14 day, bring your car back within 14 days, distance selling rule, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you use that as a selling tool or not on every car?
No.
Right.
It depends on how confident. It depends on how confident you are.
I think you're putting the thought into someone's mind.
You are. You are.
I can send this bang up that thought anyway.
It's a good point.
Yeah, but you're highlighting it even more.
And you can also head them off as well, though. So, like, if someone literally inquires straight away, going, "Will this sale be part of the 14 days distance selling?" For a fact, if you send that down with two scuff wheels, or your salesman doesn't describe it right, that costs.
Probably won't.
No doubt about it. Do you know what I mean? So where you are going around highlighting the car in a bit more, you're limiting the possibility of that car coming back.
Wow,
it's not going to go.
It's at the point where, I was thinking, well, did we just say it? Because, I'm confident in the cars, but it's probably, you are probably planting the seed, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
I have done it with a few customers who said, well, don't worry about it, bring it back 40 days, like Marks and Spencer's now, you can bring it back. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like objection over. Boom.
I bought a car from Kazoo and then I returned it. And when I spoke to the guy on the phone, he says, why are you returning it? And I said, it's white, it's white. And he brought it up on his system, and I could hear him on the phone, like signs as if to say, and he says, but it's white in the photograph. I says, I know it's pearl white. No, it's like a different shade of white. And I was after a white one. I says, so can you collect this, please? And I'll have me full 19 grand. He was ill. I think that was probably the last nail in the coffin for
that 13 days and some at 12 hours or so, 11 hours.
Why did you buy it, Scott, again?
I was just testing what it was like to buy it for online and return it.
Minus something or plus some.
What car was it again?
It was a BMW. It had done low miles and Yeah, I just thought I'll check this service out. I think I kept the, you know, they give you like little drinks things. I kept one of them when I sent it back. So I got me they charged me an admin fee. I got the admin fee and the delivery back and the full car, but I cut for the cup.
Proper time wasted.
I wonder why they went bust.
People like me.
Yeah. What were they making? Something like 150 quid a car or something like that.
Ridiculous,
Something like
isn't it?
that. So when I returned it, because they
It's
didn't
like-
send a transporter to collect it, so I thought, well, I'll drop it off at Scotswood Road. And there was a guy there, and he said, I've just got to drive around the car park once just to see if it's all right. And I was like, all right then. And he drove around. It was fine. It was fine.
But the mad thing is, I mean, obviously the size they were, I bet you they put the car in your name as well, and with DVLA.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah,
They did, yeah.
Like, it's little things like that. You just don't.
It is, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You wait
You
until
don't
the
want
14 days
Christmas
around.
points, you'd hold the V5, yeah.
Yeah.
And then put the V5 into the name and things. It just crazy.
When I went into Scotswood Road, there was a customer who went in and he must have part exchanged his car in. It was about 8 months previous. And it was something to do with these number plates because I was listening at the counter, what was going on. And the guy behind the counter, he checked the system. He says, oh, we've still got that car. It's in our compound. It's in like Derby or wherever it was. And the customer said, he says, how come you still got my part exchange for like 8 months? He says, oh, there's just like hundreds of cars. There's just cars like all over down there, which hadn't been like dealt with. They hadn't processed them. So they still own the cars. So they managed to get these number plates.
Old race policy. Yeah. Just another thing, you know, Facebook pictures for handovers and stuff. How do you feel about them? 'Cause I've been doing them for a long time, you know, but I just think that they're getting a bit old out now. Are they being
I think everybody does them, so you've still got to do them to keep up with everyone else. But I do know what you mean. Like they do work, and we use them in our business sporadically, and our marketing people who we use were saying, "Oh, we need more. The stats are telling me that we're getting more clicks on these customer handover pictures." We were thinking about introducing a customer handover video, but nobody wanted to do it.
Just gonna say that.
Getting
We talked about that, Paul.
testimonials.
Do you not remember when we talked about that, Paul? We says, right, well, we're a bit pissed at the barn. We says, right, we'll have a competition. Who gets the first customer video on first?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think it's just. I think it's just. You know, they've had a good experience and stuff. We will do a video, but I don't know whether it's videos, and I don't know. I'm just thinking, what other avenue can you do? What
This
else
is the
can you
same
do?
with Facebook, isn't it? Facebook, they're saying is the marketing now is non-car related. Is more personal.
Yeah, less.
things
You're
are
supposed to be less
non-car
cars.
related.
We put the pictures on because it's called throwing shit at the wall, isn't it? But you put the pictures on, and if there's enough going on, you would hope that the consumer looks at your Facebook page and goes, "Hey, they're selling lots of cars. That's where we need to go and buy a car. 'Cause they're selling lots of cars." Sometimes when we've had a busy month, if we've had a record-breaking month, I'll put something on Facebook and say like, "We're celebrating. We've done 200 cars." That's for our consumers. It's not necessarily for the motor trade. I'm not. It's not. I'm not interested with the motor trade. It's just I'm not.
Years ago, there was stuff for the NC 500 or something like that. It was a
4 or
5 year ago.
Yes, we did, and that was a bit of a viral thing. That went a bit
viral,
mad,
didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll carry on with them, but because sometimes someone will say, "Oh, I seen that customer pick that car up. He's had 9 cars off you," and you'll think, "Go for that." Somebody actually looked at him. Do you know what I mean? But I think the descriptions and stuff can get a bit boring. You know, same old story, same old.
I find they get very, very little interaction. You don't get many likes or comments on like that. But if you go into the inside, you can see what you're trying to.
It's just a brand push that brand.
Yeah.
But Facebook,
You need the customer to do it, don't you?
To be honest with you,
it's an avenue. Is that still something that
Paul, there's millions of people sitting on Facebook. They're like that all the time. You know, that's where their attention is. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Out there, isn't it? I mean, Click Dealer does like a social bit where you can put payment and stuff like that on it, which is good. But there's not enough, I don't think. So if you put a car and go, we've got a Ford Fiesta, it's like, putting the weekly payments and stuff like that. We're restricted on that, aren't we? It's just what we put on there. What we put on there. I mean, we should say, 50 cars this month. Well, we should do more of that. We should do more banging the drum, about the business and, we're setting up our prep centre.
Wins, isn't it?
Do you know what? Do you know what I think? you know what I think the future is? And I don't necessarily think it's the greatest thing for everyone. I certainly wouldn't do it in my business because I just think most of my staff wouldn't want to be involved in it. But I'm seeing this trend at the moment where people are doing just behind the scenes, and there's quite a lot of YouTube channels popping up out there with
Yeah.
car dealers, and they've you know that they're employing full time videographers and editors, and
Yeah.
they're following them around their daily life, following the auctions. They're sitting on motorway and on BCA and over their shoulder and say, right, today I'm bidding on these cars and I'm going to bid X amount for this and let's see if I get it. And I've been watching a few of them. I've been sort of pulled into it. And I'm like, wow, like I can't believe people are so like inviting and showing like the customer and every other dealer who's their competitors exactly what they do. But it's I don't know why, but I'm like, and maybe it's because I'm a car dealer and I want to see how other people work. But I'm fascinated by it. Like, but
Yeah.
and they're racking up.
It's a story, isn't it? It's a story.
Yeah, but like, what do you do? Do you literally employ someone whose full-time
Bring
job is
someone in there to do it. It's getting some supply.
Aye, yeah,
It's a script, you know.
Let's go for our, presentation thing. Here it is. Here it goes to ceramic, and here it goes to the wheels. One here it goes to MLT.
yeah.
Look at that. Who's going to do it? Yourselves.
The thing is,
It's in the ones, it's in the ones where they go, well, literally they'll just go around like effectively like we are now. What's the most expensive or the rarest car we've got in stock, or what's your favorite car? And they go around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a odds type thing. That
Happens
was
as stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
But to be honest, we are pretty busy. It's like,
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
It's
That's the
that
thing
way
where
you put it in.
you stop.
I think if someone's got to be employed to just probably focus on that, completely.
Yeah.
Maybe Scott, maybe you can do that a bit more special.
I did a second interview this morning with my new marketing manager, who I think I'm going to appoint. He's very, very good, and he'll be all over that. So he did like a presentation for me on what he's going to do with the business, and he's very good. So I'm quite excited about that.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to see behind the scenes, are we?
Behind the scenes, yeah.
His
Oh.
house. You
You see where the magic happens.
I've seen where the magic happens. What's magic going on?
And silky pajamas. Both the time. So yeah, electric on that. I mean, I'd say we've just set the other little business up, which is disposable cars, trade cars we used to just trade on. That seems to be doing all right. That's something that we've never done before. You could take a bit of margin out of it and put it on a Facebook marketplace or your platform, and
Well, Paul, we need to get you to get an exclusive contract and put all your trade cars on DealerWay. We'll speak about that after the podcast, mate, because that needs to happen.
It's
That needs to happen.
Now it's simpler.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. We'll
like
make
the
it more simple.
Yeah, how can we work it now? Too complicated. Going off. Yeah, so there's a lot of people doing it. I think though it's important to say that I think it's about you got to trust the people that are on there.
Yeah,
Big things for me that like dealer auction, buy cars, dealer auction, and all the other ones. It's always difficult. I think reviews and knowing the people that are putting the cars on there are doing true descriptions, because I don't mind if I know one buying. I don't mind if it's got needs paint or whatever. When you turn up and it needs more than what's expected.
of course.
So I think managing the site and making sure that you're robust with, if you do get some complaints, you take that person off. Do you know what I mean?
No, well, that's the plan, and that's always been the plan from the start. That we felt that there's got to be a platform that sort of manages the trade, because it's like the Wild West, especially in all these Facebook groups. There's ours. There's we all know the names of them. There's 5 or 6, but quite big ones, and it tends to be the same people in the groups all trading with each other, and they're all like spreading their cars around the same 5 or 6 groups, and we just want to bring it all under one banner and monitor it and do it properly, And we think with the platform that we've made, we think the review system's robust enough to keep the bad eggs away. Don't get us wrong. At the beginning, like that nobody's going to have any reviews to start with. So you might put a few frogs to start with, but if everyone persists with the platform, then eventually when you've bought 15 cars, Paul, or you've sold 25 cars, you'll build up a bank of reviews yourself, hopefully all 5 stars, and then you'll also like give other people reviews, whether it be 5-star or 1 stars. If we we see it from the back end that let's say, you know, Budget and Scarpa Limited, they've bought 3 cars and they've got 3 one-star reviews. We'll just boot them off, you know, and then it's a self-perpetuating thing. Over time, we'll get rid of the people that don't want to be, or that we don't want on there rather, and we'll just be left with proper people who are trading cars, describing cars correctly.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
it's important that, but it's easy to say that, you know, Steve.
it
See,
is, of course, it is.
you
No,
know,
I
'cause you're
get that.
getting, they've got the money, they've got their yearly fees, and, you know, you get the money. You know, I think it's important for me that, you know, that's the difference it should be between your platform and everyone else, that if someone gets a complaint against them, then they're bad. That's
Yeah.
it. If
Do it.
it's up the complaint, you know what I mean?
The thing is though, Paul, it's interesting that you say that. Do we like ban everyone instantly because there's one bad experience? Do you think?
You have to
Do you not?
investigate, which is going to take time, isn't it? I mean, you investigate it and you understand that, but I think
Yeah.
that's important. You'll get, like you say, you'll get your standard few, you'll get your standard 20 people on there that are sending shit out all the time and don't
Yeah.
care. Then we'll change the name. You know what I mean?
No, we'll not
Because,
allow anyone to
like,
change the name because you've got to you've got to put your ID on and what have you. We'll vet you first, so you can't. Once you're bored, you're not getting back on.
yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's an important factor, that's all. Because you know, sometimes when I'm buying a flat, I was saying, oh my God, what we're going to turn up to, you know. But I think that confidence of knowing that you do put a lot of effort into, you know, vetting the people and the reviews. If it's a 1-star, why? You know, let's suspend him till we investigate it.
Yeah, well,
Investigated.
I'll give you an insight, Paul. So what happens is, let's see you turn up to collect the car, and the car's not as described, and the car was supposed to be perfect. There's no paintwork issues, nothing like that. And you turn up, and the car needs a bonnet, the car needs a rear quarter, and it's jumping out of second gear. Well, straight away, the process would be from the buyer's point of view. I know your drivers went 200 miles to collect the car, and it's a right chow on.
Yeah.
But we would ask that you take photographs, and we're actually having it built into the system now as well, where you're gonna build you'll see all like dispute the sale, and you'll upload a photo or a series of photographs or a video. You'll see, well, I found, the mark on the bonnet, the mark on the rear quarter, and he has a video of the car jumping out of gear. So this wasn't a valid sale. That's why I'm leaving a 1-star review. And then the seller hasn't got a leg to stand on then. So
Yeah.
so we'll get that information. We'll pick the phone up the seller and say, look, mate, are you what's going on here? Why you're on the platform? We've checked everything about you. You seem like a stand-up person, but you're putting a car on here and it's totally misdescribed. We're not going to stand for it. You know.
Yeah. I think
Um,
important is allowed 250 for prep. I think we need to. That's
no, well,
great.
we're not going to allow that.
giveaway, isn't it? That's a great get out of jail.
It is.
I think the other thing you did, sorry, is you vetted it. Did you vet every advert before it went on? I know it's a lot to do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
It
yeah.
still do that. You still look at
Yeah.
that advert and go, that looks like a load of pony, or that looks okay, or
Yeah. So that when you put a car on, Paul, it won't go on. We won't let a car go on instantly live. So it's got to come in our system. So we'll vet the car and then we'll put it on.
how many times you push them back then? You know, being
Oh,
honest.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite. Oh, yeah. I mean, bloody hell. Oof. Hundreds.
Yeah.
That one this last week is probably 15 cars, I would have said.
Knock them
Yeah.
back. Yeah. For
Because you've got a standard platform, which is good. So you've got a standard platform that all fills in. I
Yeah.
think that works. And, the software allow 250 as long as you don't do that. And if you've vetted them, there's not much more you can do, is there?
no.
If you do get some complaints, I think it's important just to suspend them until you investigate them, so
Yeah.
that's it. Get rid of the rotten eggs out there.
Sometimes we've had complaints, well, especially in the group, where the message myself or Stephen at 10:30 on a Saturday night when you're out and about, and I don't know if it's like a shoulder to cry on or somebody that just like vent their frustration at, but we'll ask them for some evidence, and they'll say, this is what the advert was, and we'll say, right, but it wasn't like that. Have you got some photographs you can show us so we can go back to the other person? Oh no, I haven't got any. Then we didn't turn. So have you got
Yeah.
any evidence you can give us what
Yeah.
we can use to go back and fight your argument?
It's like a he said, she said, isn't it? Sometimes. So
I
we're
think that's
trying to make
important. You get that message out there. Then I mean,
Yeah.
like we bought a car and it had described scratches, and it needed 4, 5, 6 panels painting, but we're going around a video trying to
Was it-
show it.
Was that? Sorry, were you actually saying that you have bought a car and you had that
Yeah.
from Dealer Way Group or another
No,
Facebook
it
group?
was a car that we bought that he went, oh, by the way, are you interested in this as well? That wasn't on the platform, but then we got
Right, I'm with you. Okay,
we're just
okay.
guilty. Driver went,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he chips in £500 for the paintwork. We actually didn't see how bad he was. When you
Yeah,
got in a video of it, you can't really show the paint where it's been painted back. And you're the end, you think, oh, well, so I'll just give up on that and move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's important just to keep on top of the people that are advertising on there.
Can I give you a conundrum, Paul? I've bought one car since the app has launched off the app,
Mm.
and I'm not going to name the car. I'm not going to name the dealer. So we went to collect this car yesterday, and the car was described as mint. Didn't have any issues on it, and so my driver turned up, and it did have a few paintwork issues and what have you. So
And he
I
put
suppose
allowed 250 soft prep.
no, there was nothing like that. So obviously I was quite annoyed, and actually I picked the phone up myself and spoke to the dealer, the owner, and I says, look, I says, we're trying to build this platform. I says, do you know I'm actually like the co-founder of Dealer Way? And I think he got a bit of a shock. He was like, oh, actually no, sorry, I didn't. And he did, whether he done the deal because of who I was or whether he just done the deal because he was a good guy. He says, oh look, he says, I'm really sorry. I didn't advertise the car, left it to the young lad or whatever. I mean, he might have been giving us a load of spiel. I'm not 100% sure, but to be fair to him, he knocked more off the car than what really should have been knocked off, if I'm honest. So now I'm sitting with a conundrum thinking, well, do I give him a 5-star review because he's been straight with it, like he's rectified it, or do I give him a 1-star review? What do I do?
It's two things. It's
That's-
chances are, or the salesman who's advertised it is just
Hasn't done his job.
out of control. Yeah, it's mint.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
selling, he's doing the standard thing,
So-
which I think if someone's advertising the cars, then it needs to be one dedicated person like Paul and myself who actually describes it right, bang, that's what you're going to get. I like a distance sale. It's being like a distance selling car.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say is if this was a customer scenario and you
Yeah.
knew you'd fucked up,
Yeah.
how would you then go to the customer and go, look, I don't want a 1-star review, I want a 5-star review?
Here's five a good
I
after
mean,
that.
it's
I've
the same.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
scenario, really, isn't it? Just different trade and
Yeah, I don't know.
know,
I don't know. How bad was it compared to? I mean, was it described as mint? No, Steve, was it?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't say the words "the car's mint," but obviously you've seen the app. In the app, there's a section that had damage, and there's a section that had this, that, and t'other, and it was the green tick to say no, it's all fine, and obviously it wasn't fine.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, it's misdescribed. But is it an issue because they don't know how to use the app because it's day one? I highly probably doubt that. Like, but
Yeah.
or is he being genuine in that someone was advertising the cars and a young lad and didn't know what he was doing?
No, yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know, but what I was trying to get to there was you mentioned before, like as long as we're, one sort of hitting you're out, like how do you? We're having a conversation
It's probably a
internally.
bit awful, that. Well, I think suspension until. But I think if that's a red flag though for basically
Without doubt,
you've
yeah.
got no
of course.
damage on it at all. There's no damage description.
Exactly.
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel right, Steve. So really,
No.
going into that without obviously probing a bit more, maybe. Every car's got damage. Every used car's got
Of
damage.
course, of course they have.
I think having no description at all of damage is just as much a red flag as having loads. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lying in the
Yeah.
middle of the ground and looking at the advert and thinking, unless you had a customer for it, and then you've got to get a chance, haven't you? So.
But now I'm thinking that the guy who was, to be fair to him, on the phone, he did sound genuine. He did sound like a nice guy. He says, look, I've been away, blah, blah. I haven't put the car on myself. One of my staff members is. And I'm hoping that he thinks, oh, actually, shit, I've maybe sold a couple of cars on this Dealer Way platform already. I need to make sure that I've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's and make sure the cars are described. Hopefully he's watching this podcast and he's taking all this in. He thinks, actually, because we want people to buy into it, like it's going to work and it's going to be great if everyone buys into it and describing the cars correctly,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
because that review system's there and because the review system sort of forces you into leaving reviews, I think, well, fingers crossed that it's gonna help the industry,
I think if you get out there though, you're vetting every advert before it goes out, and
yeah, we're doing that.
your philosophy of, guys, we want transparency and, want people to work together and not against each other. And
Yeah.
then we do suspend people that obviously blatantly just,
Oh, and we will.
this is out there to people, then you be confident, so,
Yeah. Like tomorrow, if I get a message from one of our members, or we've got like a dispute system in the app. If someone puts a dispute against this seller tomorrow, then then it's a bit more.
Well, it's different then. Then you can
Yeah.
you can react to it then. Yeah, I understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, but I think, you just gotta, just make sure you're vetting the adverts. You don't get,
We are
that.
every single one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, that's it really. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's, but yeah, it's good platform and, hope it grows and, people get on board.
Mhm. Great.
So, Paul, you're not going to Auto Trader next week? Are you going to you're going to the Motor Trader ones? I think you're there, aren't you?
Yes.
In November.
Well, shortlisted, are we? So, we'll be there, but that's a good one, that. It's
Good, yeah.
Good networking, good to see, some familiar faces asking how the industry is and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I treat it like that.
He doesn't believe in these awards, in there.
No, I never said I didn't believe.
No.
I don't. I've never had that from one.
Have you ever had an award, Stephen?
No, I'll be honest with you. I've never. It's not been something that's been high on my priority list. I've been trying to just sell as many cars as I possibly can, and every awards do seems to be down the country, and it just seems like hard work to me.
Can you tell?
I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit of a.
Listen,
I'm a bit of a big lad. No, let us finish. I'm a bit of a big lad, and I'll have to go out and buy a fancy suit, and I'll probably not. There'll be one that I can find that can fit in. So there's £300 for a suit. Then I've got to book a train. I've got to book a hotel. I've got to schmooze with a load of people around the table who I don't know. It just sounds like hard work, lads. It does. It really does.
We didn't respond to that email in time. We didn't get. You're clear that, Steve. That's all that bollocks. Well, we didn't pick that phone up to that. We didn't reply to that customer in time. I prefer that.
The thing is, no, we're there. One more. The thing is, I reckon if we did put in for one, I think we'd clean up.
Paul, can I tell you a secret? I'm going to tell you a little secret here. You like this? So Stephen did go to an awards night.
Yeah,
with his partner.
No, because I got nominated.
We got nominated, and it was on the big
ago.
screens. It was on the screens, and the name was up, and both of them were there on the phones, live on Facebook. Live. And it's us next. Look, and the drum was rolling, and the winner is. So then you were like, whoa.
I'll be honest with you.
I don't like the awards. I don't like it.
And I'll be honest with you. You've caught us out since that. I'm like, oh, fuck that.
Shit in your processes. I don't know it.
I don't like the awards anymore. No. He's not
no,
a bad loser.
In fairness, right? In fairness, it was when we first started out and we're doing that many deals with a specific finance company. I'll tell you, the car finance company at the time they were called. You look. And they invited me down and we're like, yeah, let's go. And then it wasn't me. It's not a bit of me, that. Not a bit of me.
Right. That's that positive info there, Stephen.
Paul, thank you very much.
Can I just ask Paul one question, because we've asked everyone.
Yes.
Have you got any advice for anyone in the dealer way community who's maybe starting out? Any tidbit that you can see?
Just keep it simple. Keep everything simple. Don't overthink things. Don't look at other people. Think why they do that. Just go your own thing. And just treat customers like you'd want to be treated. Very simple. Honesty. Presentation of your cars, price of your cars. Make sure that you benchmark them, and make sure your options are there. And, make sure you should take time. Presentations are key, mate. Presentations, descriptions, and just don't. Everything else is pretty easy, really. If customers believe in you, then they'll buy it in most cases. Yeah. That's my best advice.
Fantastic, Paul. Isn't that like Scott was saying? Really appreciate you taking the time out. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Can I just say something before I go?
Yeah.
Find this for Ben. So I think they're doing a great job. I admire what they're doing. So I was going to donate some money, and I was wondering, Scott, you'd match my donation of £100.
Of course.
He's got you there, Scott, hasn't he?
Of course.
Right, so there you go. Yeah, so £100.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I've spoken to Bangers for Ben twice, and I says, "Can you, one of you people from your marketing department, come on the podcast with us? Because I wanted to get somebody from Bangers for Ben to tell us all about the charity,
Yeah,
get
definitely.
everybody behind it, and let's do some donations." So I'm going to try and ring again and see if they're going to come on.
Yeah,
But it's hard work trying to get them on.
do that. I don't think,
It's a great cause, but everything they do is pretty good.
thing. So I think 100 to me, 100 to you, Scott.
Do you know what I think we should do, Paul?
Podcast, maybe.
Paul, do you know what I think we should do? I think we should make it, I think we should make it 200 each.
No problem at
This
all.
could-
No problem at all.
Otherwise,
this could
it's
go on.
fans. And hold on.
Get admin fees
Hold on.
off.
Hold on.
We'll end the podcast there. We'll end the podcast there, everyone.
Okay,
200 each, Stephen.
I'll put £100 in. I'll put £100.
Right, so we go.
Everyone just said you want to put 100 quid.
Paul, two from you, two from you, and two from us.
Chat.
No. I've got Paul as well. I've got Paul as well.
Morning.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
No, there's always one in there. Right, so hang on. How much have we got there then? We've got 200.
We've got 200 from me, 200 from you, and 100 from Stephen, which I thought he would have went two person, but put your mind, there's still time. Still time.
I'll tell you what we'll do.
Yeah, to get him awards, aren't they?
I'll tell you what we'll do. Between me and you for Dealerway, we'll put 300 quid in from Dealerway. There you go. What about that?
Right, I've lost it now. How much have we got down the table? There's 2 from me, 2 from Scott.
I think that amount was what we originally said. Anyway, 2 and 1.
Yeah, I think we'll just right. Let's say 5.
I said I'll pay the 150 quid and you pay the 60.
No, it's not about who's more.
Or you won another 50. That's right. I never listed out. Sorry.
We'll
do that.
£100 for every award won.
That's 300 from Dealerway, 200 from you, Paul. That's 500 from Tony.
Stephen's not going to pay any money. Right, that's one thing.
Oh, I'll definitely have to pay it. It'll come out of Dealerway's account. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think what we should do though, you give us an idea there.
You give Stephen.
I think we should get anyone that comes on the podcast to make a donation to Ben. Be good, that wouldn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
No
one will want to come on
the podcast.
well, I think we should do it next year and all, but I think they do a good job there. I think they do a good job. So I think
they do, yeah, excellent job they do. And I think the guys who's doing the Ben, the car, what they're doing, what's it called again? The Bangers for Ben.
For Ben. Yeah.
Great effort. That I would love to do that. We've talked about it.
Did
you?
Next year,
Time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you see Jamie Cable's car for the
really
Star Wars stuff?
He's a star, he's a star, isn't he?
The problem is, the lads down south where you're closer to the Tyne Tunnel and things like that. So if we had
Tyne Tunnel,
and the
channel
tunnel. If we had a banger, it would break down before it even got down there.
Newcastle.
No,
Right, Paul, we'll leave it there, mate. Thanks again.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Paul.
you. Cheers, everyone.